morning, children. Good afternoon to all those who are watching me in the afternoon. Good evening to all those who are watching me in the evening. Well, welcome back, class 4. I think we are ready for the class now because it's been quite some time that we have been having a good break, isn't it? I hope everybody had a refreshing break with pujas, isn't it? Everybody had a nice Dashera. Yes, then we also celebrated Eid in between. Then of course Lokhi Pujo. So everybody had a nice puja. Of course we couldn't go out because of the crowd. There were certain protocols which had to be maintained because of the pandemic situation, right? Now we are fresh, isn't it? We are back with a lot of zeal. Now before I begin with today's class, I think everybody must have seen your grades, your marks, right? You know, you have been able to download your report card and see your progress. Yes, we had appeared for PA1 as well as half yearly. Now PA2 is knocking. After that comes the promotion exam wherein you will be promoted to a new class. So you need to buck up. You need to do well. You need to study hard and make up for all those marks where, all those subjects where you feel you should have worked a little bit harder to secure, a good mark. So talking about English, well, we have covered 11 chapters in grammar as of now. Okay, today it's the 12th chapter. And the name of the chapter is Subject and Verb Agreement. Let me write down the date first. I know I'm blocking the board, but please bear with me. After I write the date, today is the 3rd of November, it's a Tuesday, and the name of the chapter is Subject, Verb, Agreement. Right? Now, subject, we know what is a subject. Whenever an action is taking place, the doer of the action is referred to the subject, or maybe the sentence which tells us about someone, something, some place becomes the subject. Now, what is a verb? We also know that a verb is a doing word, an action word. So we are completely aware of subject and verb. Now what is an agreement? Agreement means a consent, a mutual consent. That means an understanding between you and me where we agree to something, where we have the same opinion of a particular, maybe a topic or a thing. That is where an agreement comes in. Now we have already done what is a subject and a predicate. Now there is also certain things which I would like to tell you, class 4. Today we are not going to do the full chapter. As I have been always doing, we divide the chapter into 2. Okay, so this is going to be a part 1 of this chapter. There are certain rules which will be taught by me. It is the 12th chapter of Tune Into Grammar. Okay, Tune Into Grammar is the book for English grammar. And also children, all this while I have been sending you PDFs, I have been sending you answer keys, right? And I had been also telling you that you need not email me, but now the rule changes. You will email me whatever you write in the book or in the notebook, and I'm going to correct. Otherwise, what I have seen eventually is very few children are mailing me homeworks which are to be mailed. Especially in a class of 42 to 45, I have seen that I have received about maybe 10 to 15 emails of homework, which is very, very disappointing for me. Right, children? So now onwards, you are going to email me whatever work you are doing, whether it's a classwork, whether it's a homework, and I am going to correct it and mail you back. Alright, I am going to correct it and mail you back the answers. Fine. Secondly, the homework need not be done immediately on the day the lesson is taught or you have watched the lesson being taught. You will get a period of 5 to 6 days. So maybe over the weekend, like tomorrow is our live class, so today is our audiovisual. So maybe by Saturday, Sunday, you can do the homework and email at dpsfb.four@gmail.com. Alright children, please do email in that email ID, especially the newcomers who had just joined before, maybe a few classes before the examinations. And that time I had hardly given you written work. It was mostly half-yearly revision work which was being taken up by Gargi ma'am. Now let me continue with the chapter now. Alright. Now, please read the chapter, the line I am writing, the sentence. The bell is ringing. Okay? The bell is ringing. Right? Now what is the subject here? Of course, the bell. Right? And what is the predicate? Of course, it begins with a helping verb and has an action in it. So, is ringing. Right? So, the first exercise what we have in our book is to be done by you. And please email me the answer. Okay? Email me the answer. Now, you must remember, whenever a decision is taken, it is very, very important that everybody agrees to that decision. So here also you have to note that the subject and verb has to agree to each other. Otherwise, the sentence gets framed incorrectly. Okay? Now, there are certain rules to that. Okay? Now, I am going to do a table here. I hope everybody will be able to see. Please bear with my small board. I have a small whiteboard. Now, first thing I write here is subject. Okay? Then in the next column, verb. Okay? Present. Present. Then verb, past. Then verb, future. Alright? So here is a table which whenever the subject is I. Okay? Whenever the subject is I. I hope you are able to see me as well as whenever the subject is I, the verb used as present tense will be I am. As past tense will be I was. As future tense will be I will be. Alright? When we have a subject as we, okay, when we have a subject as we, the verb will be we are for present. The verb for past will be we were, and for future will be again will be. Similarly, when we have a subject as he, she, it, okay, then the verb present becomes is, past becomes was, and future becomes will be. Similarly, when it's they, the present becomes are, the past becomes were, and future becomes will be. So you see, present, past, future, these are the tenses which are also simultaneously being taught. Of course, we will cover it in our third class. Okay, 2 classes are going to be, related to this chapter. Alright, 2 classes will be related. This is part 1. This is part 1 of subject-verb agreement. Similarly, if we have something like we, you, they have present verb. Had becomes past verb, and will have becomes future verb. So have you noticed the changes here, children? Have you noticed the changes here? Have you noticed? Yes? I hope I'm not blocking. I'll go that side, okay? Please try to concentrate on the changes which is here. Alright? Now similarly, supposing something like this. They, you, we. When it's using a verb present as play, then it becomes play. When it's using play again, it becomes played. Okay? Then it becomes will play. So this is a table which is already given in your book, children, which is already given in your book, page number 70. I will again send you the screenshot of the same. You must go through them carefully. Alright? Now, let us begin with the first rule of subject-verb agreement. Children, you must go through the audiovisual clip again and again to understand this chapter. Okay? The first rule. Let me use a red. I think my red pen is not as bright as black. So I'll use a black pen. Let's use blue. Let me see how is blue. Okay? Now, when, no, this is also too light. Can you see it? No, even I can't see that. Let me change. When two singular, you know what is a singular and a plural? Yes, one and many. Singular nouns are joined by and. Okay, I'm underlining and. When they are joined by and, they require a plural noun. Plural noun. For example, okay, when two singular nouns are connected with and, then they require a plural noun. Now, what is the meaning of this? Let us see it in the form of an example. The boy and his father are in London. So have you seen? It becomes a plural, okay? Singular, one, two, it becomes a plural noun, okay? Are in London. Have you seen? Are is a plural verb as well. Alright, this is rule number one. This is rule number one. When two singular nouns are connected with and, then what happens? Then it becomes, it has to have a plural noun. Now what is rule number two? What is rule number two? For example, when two subjects are joined by, with, then along with, along and with, I will explain to you this, don't worry. Together with, in addition to, accompanied by. Accompanied means you are escorting somebody, okay? You are taking along with you somebody. So what happens? The verb will agree with the first subject. So children, what here it means, when two subjects are joined with, along with, together with, accompanied by, then the verb has to agree with the first subject. For example, how? The captain with all the players is receiving the trophy. Have you seen? Here plural noun is also there, singular noun. But what is the verb being used? It is is. It is. Why? It is agreeing with the first subject. See, the captain is there and the players. There are two subjects, isn't it? But what is the verb doing? The verb is and it is agreeing with the first subject. Okay, this is rule number 2. Now, similarly, the players along with the captain are receiving the trophy. So why the players along with the captain are? Why? Because the verb which is being used, are is a helping verb. Okay, it is a plural. Why? Because it is agreeing with the subject players. That means many. That means a plural. When it's a plural, it means the verb which is being used has to be a plural. Alright? Similarly, rule number 3. Okay? We will not do too many rules today. Okay? We will not do too many rules today. There are 7 rules, so we are going to do only 3 today. The next day, I am going to do the next 4 and also do the exercise with you. Today, I am not going to give you any exercise, okay? I am not going to give you any homework other than the first homework which you are going to do on your own. This is the homework, okay? Which is written as match its subject with the correct predicate. That is the homework which you are going to do. Okay? Not too many homeworks, right? So now what is rule number 3? Now when two subjects are connected with either, okay, or either or neither nor, okay, neither nor, then the verb agrees with the subject which is near the verb, with the subject near the verb. Neither the son nor the daughter is back from school. So have you seen what is agreeing? What is the verb is? And it is agreeing to the subject which is next to it. Not with this, mind you. Not with the son, but it is agreeing with daughter Why? Because it is a singular and it is also next to the verb, isn't it? Is back from school. Similarly, neither the players of the football team nor the captains of the cricket team are present for the award ceremony. So why are? Because the next nearest to the verb is the captains of the cricket team, right? So that is how rule number 3 states. The first rule, what does it state? Let us do a recap. The first rule states that when two nouns are joined with and, okay, two singular nouns are joined with and, then it has to have a plural noun, okay. Similarly, what is rule number 2? Okay, when subjects are joined with, along with, accompanied by, together with, okay, then what happens? The verb will agree to the first subject, right? Third rule what we have done is when something like this, isn't it? When two subjects are connected with either or, neither nor, the verb will agree to the subject which is just next to it. Alright, these are the 3 rules which we are going to do only for today. You are going to revise and go through the lecture session which I have done with you, that is your audiovisual class, and then you will do the match the following, only one homework. Go through all the rules. What I am going to send you a screenshot only of the first 3 pages, the rules which we have covered, nothing else, okay? And you will email me your homework handwritten. This homework has to be done in your book, not in the notebook. Kindly note, children, today's homework is to be done in the book, and all those who don't have a book can of course do it in their grammar notebook and send it across to me. But by now I think everybody's back to Siliguri and you all must get your books from school. It is very, very important that you get your books from school. So ta-ta, bye, take care, see you tomorrow, and please make sure that everybody, I have a full class tomorrow during my live classes. It'll be great to see you and meet you after a long break. Till then, bye, sayonara, see you again tomorrow, take care, stay safe, bye.